He still has your last message open, not to answer it, just to see it there. Proof the conversation hasn't officially ended. He isn't worried. In his mind, you're the one who always comes back first. That belief is doing a lot of work for him. As long as he expects you to reach out, he doesn't have to feel what's actually happening. No decision, no discomfort. Just waiting, dressed up as calm. Here are 3 things that happen, in order, once that expectation starts to break. Number 1, he coasts on the assumption instead of acting on it. This is the quiet part most people miss. His calm at the start isn't proof he's handled anything, it's proof he hasn't looked yet. In a lot of avoidant patterns, distance has always ended the same way. The other person closes the gap, so he never has to. It's worked before, so his nervous system files this the same way, uncomfortable but temporary. He isn't choosing to wait you out, he's trusting an old pattern to hold. What keeps the loss from landing is not the absence itself, it is the belief that the absence can still be reversed whenever he is ready. As long as access feels available, he can call the silence space instead of consequence. He can postpone choosing because he assumes the choice has not really been taken away from him. Number 2, the silence stops staying theoretical. At first, the silence may still feel temporary, but as it continues without the familiar reassurance of you returning, it can begin to register as a fact instead of a pause. Somewhere in there, the certainty that you're still reachable stops being something he assumes and becomes something he has to check. He may start checking, often indirectly, because direct contact would require admitting that the silence now matters to him. He notices if your name shows up anywhere, whether a story gets watched, whether an old photo gets a reaction. Often, the content matters less than what your response would confirm, that the door is still open. As long as it hasn't fully closed, he still doesn't have to be the one to open it. There is no fixed clock for this shift. Some people notice quickly, others stay deactivated much longer. The important change is not the number of days, it is the moment his expectation stops matching reality. This is where waiting stops being comfortable and starts becoming risky. Staying passive worked when access felt guaranteed. Once it doesn't, remaining passive means risking losing that access completely. Number 3, something small might show up. A meme, a thinking of you, a question with no real urgency behind it. It can look like softening, and sometimes it partly is, but look at what it's actually built to do. It reopens contact without requiring him to explain the silence, name what happened, or risk the vulnerability and accountability of a direct conversation about what actually happened. Even when contact becomes direct, its function may remain the same, reducing the uncertainty created by your absence without confronting the pattern that caused the distance. This is the distinction worth keeping through all 3 stages. Wanting you to reach out, deciding to initiate, and actually being capable of repair are separate developments. Reaching one doesn't guarantee the next. A breadcrumb may show that he noticed the distance. It may be an attempt to reduce his uncertainty more than an attempt to rebuild trust. That difference matters, especially when the contact feels emotionally significant to you. It doesn't prove he understands why the distance happened or that he's ready to do anything differently if you respond. So the honest read isn't, he's realized what he lost, so change is coming. It's narrower than that. The certainty he was leaning on is gone, and that may be enough to move him, a little. What you do with that isn't about decoding his next message. It's about noticing that your peace no longer depends on whether he sends one. If you want to understand what his reach out actually reveals and why renewed contact may still avoid accountability, that's exactly what When an Avoidant Reaches Out but Avoids the Real Conversation decodes. I'm Attachment Decoded, and I'll see you in the next analysis.